Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Toonkind one-shot. I am going to be one of the narrators and players today, Lizz, and today I am joined with from top to bottom.
Hello, I'm Vamp. I am just Vamp today, no character. I know, shocking. There exists a person outside of D&D.
What? Who are you? Oh wait, you just said you're Vamp. Hi, I'm Mark. What a surprise! I'm here yet again playing a non-D&D game. I love it. Yup, I'm ready to do it. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Magic. I'm taking on a narrator role again, and we're about to do some funky stuff, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Today we're going to be playing a game called Tail, Scale, and Bone, which is technically a supplement of a game called Beak, Feather, and Bone. I can speak, I swear. It is a map labeling game, both competitive and collaborative. It's made by Tyler Rain. I cannot spell. The name will be in description. It was initially a game with cute little raven people in this town, and then the supplement replaces that with mermaids. And in this supplement, I done the illustrations. So, humble brag?
Yeah,
question mark.
Yes, it's beautiful.
They're very good. They're very good.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it's really good, like you did them.
Thank you. It was fun
but
just drawing fish.
Yeah.
This game requires us to have a map and some cards, and we're going to go through the rules step by step, and hopefully we will pick up what we need to do. In this map, which I will actually post in the chat because you can see it on the website, and it's pretty. It's very pretty. Here it is.
We are streaming some things.
Yeah, we are
well.
streaming. There is a screen record. There is a map. Hopefully, there it is.
Map.
And we have to label the buildings and decide what the functions of these buildings are. But we're all going to be representing a specific aspect of this mermaid community. The first step of this game is to identify the centermost and or most eye-catching structure of the map and draw a box around it. This will be our seat of power, and it won't be labeled. It won't be labeled until the end of the game. So on our fancy map that we have screen recording and such, which building do we want to be the seat of power?
I mean, personally, I feel like it's this one just because seat of powers always tend to be in the middle, and also, like, it is, like, the largest building in the map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make the same joke I made before.
You cannot have it that tiny building, Magic.
I don't know. I'm with Magic. I like that.
You goose.
I mean, what if we did like this big ass like stadium-looking building here, though?
Well, that's also one of those. That's also good.
Yeah. I'm vibing with those two big ones. I might go with... What's the coolest for a merm person to have as a seat of power? I feel like that center one, because it looks like it's so layered that it could have a lot of workings on it.
No, that's just the mall.
Shit, or it could just be the mall. I mean, the stadium could also be the mall. At least we now can.
It's very central looking. We'll just do that because we gotta start this game.
Okay, we have selected our seat of power. Next step is to then choose roles from the list of roles featured in this book.
I call them on sorcerers.
All right.
No, really? You?
Shut down.
Oh man! Come on! What were you expecting? You know who my main character to play is.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just messing with you.
Alright, now's my time to take notes.
Anybody else got some dibs?
do we have more than one community role or?
No. Well, the game says you can have multiple roles, but it's usually just limited to one player.
I mean, God, the concept of the scavengers is really good to me. I do love a good scavenger type.
Scavengers are fun.
I'm gonna take that one if that's cool with everybody.
Yeah.
I'm fine with.
Scavengers?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm taking notes in
Thank
my normal
you.
fashion. Don't mind me.
Bless you, Magic.
I'm willing to take whoever, but I don't know. I didn't really think about this. They all look neat.
Yeah, they all do look neat. I'll be honest. The only reason I chose sorcerers was because I was like, ha ha ha. I always love like thinking about magic and how it works.
That's so valid. You're so
Liz,
very valid.
Are you gonna have links to all your pictures?
I'm not allowed which ones I'm allowed to post without getting sniped because you technically have to pay $1 for this supplement, and not all the images are free online.
Well,
But-
what about the ones that you did though?
I know, but yes, don't worry about it. I will feature the ones that we choose.
Magic. What about magic? Just choose the one that vibes with you most.
I'm looking at Sages.
Oh
Sages
shit.
Yeah.
is real neat.
Yes, please do. Sages was the other one I might have chosen if I wasn't so obsessed with magic.
Look, Vamp, look
It's
at my
also
name.
magic shit.
Look at my name.
I'm sorry. I slapped sorcerer before you did.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
My brain is like tiny propaganda. How does that?
Oh my fucking god! Liz, I'm sorry. You need another backup player. I don't. I guess I'm not playing this game anymore.
And we're down to 3. The sorcerer has forfeited.
I'm taking the sorcerer. No.
The shit.
God damn it.
God.
I'm joking.
Yep. Okay. All right. We got 3.
Yeah. So anyway, we have all kin assigned ourselves our roles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you choose someone?
Liz has to do it.
I'm going to pick the harvesters, because collecting and farming and whatever harvesters do, it's up to us, because it's vague for a reason, so we can interpret our own meanings and stuff. I swear I'm
Like
very
a
good with
handshake.
words. Anyway, next thingy. Start play order with the person who most recently used a physical map to navigate summer, or via a randomized method. Play proceeds clockwise after. Which
I think the last time I used a physical actual map was when they gave me like a small one for like the facility where I got my COVID shot, but I don't think that actually counts as a map.
I feel like that
I think
counts.
that counts.
I haven't touched a map in years.
Last time I touched a map was like 2019 when I was like visiting places.
I use Google Maps. Does that count?
I want to say yes, but
No.
also no, because I know what kind of maps it
Physical
means.
map.
But it is physical, because
Oh, yeah, we also used maps when we went to Yosemite like late last year.
Yeah. That'd probably mean Vamp goes
I
first.
think Vamp has the most maps most recently.
yeah. It,
Yeah.
it works because the order that we typed it out has Vamp as the first the person listed in that order, so that's cool.
Right.
I'm skipping down a little bit because one of the rules is that we have to establish how many turns this game is. The game is us drawing cards, and then we label a building, and then we talk about the building, and we do that in a cycle. So how many cycles do you think we should go for?
How many buildings are there?
There's so many.
A lot.
there's a rule that said you can also do it until you run out of cards, but I don't know how long that's gonna take.
I mean, I don't mind doing it until we run out of cards. Like, I kind of expected to like have a long game anyway.
Okay.
Like stand house game
Do
time.
we have to decide how many turns it's going to be right now? Could we do one round and see how long that takes and be like, okay, that took an hour. We're only doing 3 rounds.
Yes.
I hope one round doesn't take an hour.
We can do that, yes.
Did you listen to the one that Liz Magic and I did?
Don't
no.
listen. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm worrying about it, but okay.
Don't worry about it, but just be aware of it.
Okay, yeah, I'm for just having one round and
That's,
then.
Alright. Should I flip
I don't know if
the
that's
card over then?
really against the structure of the game or anything, but like, that's my suggestion here.
Yeah. Okay, I will talk through the proper rules then now that we've talked about how many rounds of play that we're going to do. Goodness. Okay. On each turn, a player will draw a card and place it front up. The card suit determines what the role the structure plays in the community. So I'll copy and paste this here, but the heart is a social purpose. A diamond is I think, financial purpose. A club is a future purpose, and a spade is a past purpose. Yeah. The numbers determine the value of that influence in the community.
Is it just me, or is this clubs and spades emoji just invisible? On
I
Discord?
cannot perceive it. I will take a screenshot of the
They're
document.
They're dark. They're like,
Oh, it's the color of them is the same as the background.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Who decided this?
Ooh.
I bet if you're using Discord on like light mode or something,
It'll
you
be
can see
fine.
everything.
Discord on light mode.
Who
Is there
are
a light
you?
mode? I have no idea.
There is a light
There is
mode.
a light mode.
That's messed up.
You should try it one day. It's a fun
There's
trip.
something. No.
It sucks. It hurts my eyes.
This is not my beautiful house.
Anyway, so the card value determines how much influence your faction has in the community and will determine who controls the seat of power at the end of the game. If you get a face card, you get no points, and something else happens with that. So when you draw your card, you choose a structure and claim it by like coloring it in or drawing a box around it. We were supposed to write your turn number next to the card, but next to the building that you circle. But okay, yeah, we will try and remember to do that. Something about note cards we're using Discord. Write the turn number of the structure. Okay. On the rest of the card, write 3 sentences describing the building or its purpose, titling those sentences tail, scale, and bone respectively. The tail is what do people say about this place. How would a non-player character describe it? Scale is describing the structure, the structure's appearance. What does it look like on the outside? And the bone is regardless of its appearance or reputation, what is the building like on the inside? This could be a physical description of the interior or insight into the structure's purpose. I will also place that here.
Also, don't mind the shuffling sounds in the distance. I found my physical cards.
I should have just asked you to do the physical card pull, but you know, it's fun.
No, we have to use cards.io. It's now a tradition. I don't want to
we may hate it, but we also love it.
We've had such a great time with cards.io.
I've actually been meaning to ask, hey, Discordians, how do you like embed the text so that there's like that line of gray in front of it?
If you do I forgot what the triangle bracket arrow thing at where the dot is.
Okay.
If you do that and then a space, it will make that just this one. No, that one. And then you do a space and you embed it in Discord. Yes.
Okay.
We are learning today, folks.
Yeah. Should we stop putting it off and start playing.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
If you draw a
Vamp,
face
draw your
card.
card.
Wait, no, we're not done yet.
Oh, quick.
One last thing.
Forgot.
If you
Sorry.
draw a face card, which is the Jack, the Queen, or the King, I don't think Jokers count in this deck, but I didn't check to take them out. You will also have to describe a rival from your other players, another player's community who opposes that building's purpose. You also have to structure it as tail, scale as bone, but it would be tail. What's your rival's reputation? Scale. What's your rival's appearance? Bone. What's your rival's true motivation? And that's it. Everything else has been explained. And we're gonna go. We're gonna see how long this is gonna take for the first round, and then shit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see from there. I'm just
Okay.
writing up the last of the
Should I
information.
flip over a card?
Yes.
Yeah. Pull into your little section labeled Vamp.
Well, we already know what it was. It was the 8 of clubs.
What is clubs again?
The 8 of clubs. Future purpose. By future purpose, do they mean like, oh, what this building will be used for in the future, but it isn't being used for right now?
Yeah, or like if this building is being used for a project for the future.
Okay. And I can like come up with literally anything?
Literally anything for your wonderful sorcerers.
Alright, can I claim this building over here on the left?
At the top left. Oh, that's ooh yes.
Yeah.
Start typing. Tippity tap.
I'm also recording everything you say, Vamp, so...
Okay, the first thing is tail. What do people say about this place? How would a non-player character describe it? I would imagine that in the past, this place was used for, was used by the sorcerers for, I wouldn't say malicious, kind of, like, magic was a new commodity at the time, and, they didn't really put that many guidelines or rules to follow. It's basically the same thing as science when it was first starting out. You didn't really have concepts like, maybe some things shouldn't be done. I don't remember what the word for the rule is in science. Like,
Fucking about and finding out.
no, like, I know there's a term for it, like, for rules that you shouldn't cross, like, and like, for, like, like, basic scientific decency, but I don't remember what it's called.
I also, yeah.
Anyway, it hasn't actually been used that way for a while now, but, well, people still, like, think it's like kind of shifty looking and like just like try and avoid it even though it hasn't, because feels bad, man. Feels bad, and the stigma has kind of persisted throughout the generations. As for scale and how the structure appears from the outside, well, it looks like your basic building. What really makes it stand out amongst the other buildings is like the use of magic for basically anything. Like you have like, rather than lanterns, you have like lights conjured by spells and magic flitting about the outside. You have walls that are practically like humming with protection spells. You have all these things working together to make this building somehow the safest place to go to if there's ever a disaster or something, but also like the hardest place to like get out of.
Cool.
And what is building like on inside? Like I said, it hasn't actually been used for its select purpose in a while now. These days, it's only used if some sorcerer wants to do a ritual or something that they are keenly aware will have area effects or destroy buildings. It's it's something of an empty exhibition hall or ritual building, and most of the time there won't be people in it unless they're actively doing spells.
Gotcha. That's rad and very concerning in a very cool way.
I'm sorry, I just got possessed by like, oh, what is this building? And the sorceress grabbed my throat. And when a building with a lot of stigma attached to it, but these days, it's just used as a magic exhibition hall.
Does what I put in chat look good?
Eee.
Who's next? Mark.
Hello, that's
Hello.
me. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to. I have a bunch of browser tabs open now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I cuss you all with having browser tabs.
3 of spades, so I gotta make sure I know what that is. Spades is
We
a future
track-
purpose.
Should we keep track of the numbers that we're drawing, by the way?
Magic has that with the notes, but yes. And also, it being in your stack would keep track of what cards you pulled.
The reason I couldn't draw, by the way, was a Firefox thing.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Wait, was the fact that it's a 3 like important, or is that fine?
It just tells.
3 is important for calculating
Yeah.
power
Okay.
later on.
Oh, okay. Man, I just got to make stuff up right now. Yeah. Well, I have scavengers, so what that feels like to me is. I'm sorry, I'm trying to zoom it.
I will say something else about the building. There has probably been talk to actually converting it to like a legitimate bunker in the face of disaster for the future purpose thing, but no actual. But like to do that, you'd need to make people comfortable enough with the building to actually go there in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a few things. What is that, like a cave? Interesting. I'm making choices, I'm making decisions.
Looking at the caves at the top left. There's a few caves
Was
around
the
here, actually.
3 the 3 was also like how much like it has for the community, right?
Yeah, like its influence on the community.
How much like yeah, that's the word I wanted. Okay, interesting. 3. I mean, it's hard because I want to establish like important buildings first, but
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is harder than I thought it would be.
It'd be like
I want to. Do this one. Is it going to draw my line that I put? Or is it not going to draw the line? It doesn't want to. That's rude. Here.
Wait.
Where?
Zoom out.
I am zoomed on.
Well, then it's just got to update. It's on kind of the outskirts. It's a pretty small building.
Okay.
I mean, a 3 means it's not like uninfluential, but it's not a main hub, right? That's what I would call that. This is kind of one of the I'm gonna call it like a storage space for the scavengers. That that's one of the places where they store a lot of the things that they bring back.
Okay.
And then for future use.
It's just the pile where everything is set up.
Kind of, yeah. It's like here are things like the future use could be anything. It could be to build with later, to sell, to trade, but it's things that like maybe are not immediately useful. Like, what's something that would be immediately useful? Like, oh, I found a sword buried in the seafloor. I can use this to protect myself on my next, trip out. So stuff like that gets used right away, but sometimes there's other things like, oh, here's a weird, like, pod-looking thing. I don't know what to use this for, but it's really cool and the material's good, so I'm going to bring it back, and it gets stored in that space. So, like, if anyone is looking for something like material, it's a space that they could go to and see what's in there. But it's not, like, used every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta do... What do people say about this place? Yeah. I mean, pretty much... yeah, okay. I'm, like... This is the first round, so I'm like, okay, what am I doing? I mean, pretty much kind of what I said already, because it's like, oh, you're looking for material, that's kind of where you go. And this might be one of several places that they store things, but it's this one maybe is for a specific type. I'm not sure yet. I mean, it looks like a warehouse, pretty much. It's got, like... There's a couple of levels of things, but it's like one of those kind of more open spaces. Not like particularly adorned with anything, just like it's like a utility space more than anything else right now. Yes, I think I've covered most of Bone as well.
Yeah, especially with that first description, just like how it is inside.
Yes, I'm gonna do those and try and do those in order next time, but...
Listen, sometimes you just get an idea, you have to get it out.
I have to ask, like, is it just me, but I genuinely cannot see Mock's circle on the map.
I cannot see it either, and I've been trying to find a way to get it to fix, because it's this... pages don't like us, apparently.
Well, now it's being a blank screen for me, which is quite weird.
I don't see it either.
That might...
Look, if you want, you could look at my screen and tell me which...
No, I'm just gonna go back to Firefox and use the square.
You sound so tired, I'm so sorry.
I don't want to have to use the square, but I'll use the square. Yeah, it's not on here, that's silly.
Alright.
Where's my layer?
Your layer's gone.
Wait, did it?
It's just gone.
Wait, no, I think it's... Hold on.
Okay, it's fine, you know what?
Oh no, your layer is there. It's at the bottom.
Now.
I think I might have accidentally moved it, sorry.
I don't know if I can even get into it right now. I'm just gonna...
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't like me. It does not like me right now.
Is it this one?
Yeah, hang on. Let me just get the mouse. Where's the piece?
Stop bullying Mock, game.
I'm just going with that one. It's something small.
Like a little triangle part of it as well. Sure.
Yeah? It's kind of hard for me to read this map, honestly.
It's very impressionistic. It's not supposed to be like functional, and you just make your own interpretations about what the the architecture is supposed to be.
What is the shape of this fucking building? I have no idea.
Who is next? I think that's you.
What was it? The round that it is was what they wanted?
Oh yeah, what round? So this is round 1.
Yeah, so it'll be turn 1.
Oh shoot, it's my turn next. God, okay. Drawing a card.
What?
Do
Wait,
you want to do cards order? Because this is do Aggie.io. Wait, why am I saying Aggie.io? playing cards of IO order.
I was just gonna go for that direction because that's kind of where we're going in the first place.
Yeah, sorry, I'm brain fried.
Liz was doing player
This-
voice chat order.
Oh.
Tiny
either-
change. Tiny fucking. Magic, change your name to go above Liz, and then we can just do it.
Wait, hold on. Fucking. Hold on, I don't know.
We are all in top form today.
Oh, we are doing it. We're having a good one today.
Crap, I'm sure you'll be able to play next time.
I will make
There,
another call
I've
and it
done
won't
it.
be at an obscure time.
I've done it. I'm now. Oh god, I got an ace. I didn't even have the chance.
That's a 1.
Wait,
My
in
community.
That's
in
just
this
a
card
1.
game, is 1 or the highest number? Because I know it differs.
It's a. Liz said it's a 1.
Yeah, because
Right?
it's
It's a
yeah,
1?
it's a 1.
God, okay. What am I supposed to do with a 1?
A place that only
I don't
your
know.
community cares about and nobody else does. Like it serves
Okay,
a
it's
few
also
people.
relative to the community.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I did still nail that.
Yeah, because it's also like your position works with it because it's on the outskirts.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it's ace of spades. Okay.
Like,
I
other
have an
people
idea for this.
can use it, but
Mhm.
it's, most used. Okay, solid, cool.
Alright.
I'm learning.
Ace of spades, past use, right? I can definitely past purpose. Past purpose. Past purpose. I'm. Oh yeah, I can totally read Mock. I
That's
swear.
fine.
I'll fix it in a minute.
I just wanted to do that before I forgot to say it, because I just noticed.
The only problem with me also being the physical typer of stuff is I have to type my
Yeah.
own stuff and I can't talk and type at the same time.
I'm not a fast typer, or I would be like, oh, I could try to do it.
Here we go. Alright. Alright, I'm going to I wanna claim I'm going to claim, let's see, what building do I want? What building do I want? There's a lot of buildings
yeah, there's
here.
a lot of buildings.
There are. Now you see.
A lot of buildings. What is this? Okay. I'm just looking at buildings now. I wanna claim this is the wrong color. This is also the wrong color. Okay. Wow.
It's my color. Get out of there.
No
This
doubles.
program's weird. I'm gonna claim this building. This little building right here.
Okay.
Little building. It's a small. It looks it's kind of like a tower building. I'm imagining.
Mm.
There's like a lot of. It doesn't look anything special. It's just a very. It's kind of tall. The outside. All right. Actually, I should do tail first. Tail. What do people say about this building? This building isn't really remarkable, to be honest. It's just a tower-looking building. It's got some windows. It doesn't even really have any guard to it. Most people just kind of look. It's just something you're like, oh yeah, there's a tower here.
Part of the scenery.
Yeah.
That's
Because
interesting.
this is a whole total of 1 in
1.
terms of community influence. This is a 1.
No, it's interesting that you've made it a tower, because why is the tower now not an influence at all? Barely. You know what I mean?
It's one of those cylinder towers. It's not very big, so it's more of people probably visit on occasion, but there's unless you're one of the sages, you don't really know going on in there.
Nice.
Nice.
Because they don't. I'll get to it in a minute, but for Tail, it's not something people really consider. It's just kind of like, and oh yeah, that's there. This is past purpose. Scale. I described it's mostly unremarkable. Made of like sturdy materials, but like not anything fancy. Very small windows. Because they don't want like this is a water-based setting, and so we're working in 3 dimensions. So like stairs don't really work because you can just swim upward.
Got all directions.
I wonder why there are even stairs then. I kind of like assumed, like, even if they're bridges, like, we're underwater.
I mean, there's also could be like underwater people that have like more, I would say, like crustacean features.
Ooh,
you're right.
The
Hell
stairs.
yes.
And the stairs. I just thought of something. The stairs and the bridge could also be for people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also
Yeah.
true.
Bones is where really I think the building gets interesting. This building is sort of a library where they keep all of the information, all the history of this place in this building, and also where they make these books. I'm gonna put books in quotation marks because paper doesn't really work underwater very well. Instead, it's a very long and grueling process of etching thin stone tablets without chipping them or breaking them, and putting in symbols, because this is an underwater setting. Again, paper and like more paper-like materials won't work because they'll get wet and they'll get soaked. So you gotta etch things into tablets. Most of the sages say things by telling stories physically. But also, it's good to have a record on hand just in case someone needs like a different sort of thing, you know?
Easy.
Great. I gotta type all of my thoughts out onto this thing, so I may be quiet for a moment.
Got it.
You're so valid.
You are very valid.
God, Magic, your building, I will admit, your building is really well thought out.
Look, man, I got a 1. I had to make something important to the sages, but important to nobody else. Because, like, if you walk into this building as just some random citizen, none of the sages are gonna really explain what they're doing, but they're just gonna.
Sages only.
Yeah, it's basically a sage-only building because, like, all the sages need concentration to not break these small slates because they need to keep these slates still take up space, and they want to take up as small a space as possible when doing archives.
Mm-hmm.
So they can put more stuff in their archives.
Mm-hmm.
This is a library. Etch words. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I think that's it. Alright.
Gotcha.
Change this to the 3 of clubs. And that ends my turn.
Alrighty. Turn.
Your turn first.
Was it the 8 of spades? Which is... What is that? That is a past purpose. But it's a freaking 8. Frick. I haven't thought of what would be a past purpose for the
Harvesters.
the harvesters.
It could be something like, even with it could be something with historical and cultural significance rather than, like, you know, it could be aesthetic rather than having an actual function now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me grab my thing and look at these buildings.
This is the building that houses the first plant that we harvested.
Oh, maybe it could be like, oh, this is a museum or something, blah blah blah. And if you look inside, there are statues of all the harvesters who managed to discover something new.
Yeah. I will take this building.
Seed archive.
We're doing.
Seed
Where's it? Where's that seed archive in Iceland?
Yeah.
Okay, so this building, which is very near the center, is that
like
kind of purpose. Both educational and also functional in that whenever they find a seed that they're able to cultivate and grow in the community, a few of them have been placed here, and information has been written up. Well, information has been passed around to people. I definitely want to continue that. It's hard to pass information in a written structure underwater.
There's one plaque for each one.
And that's it.
If you want to learn about it, you gotta go look at the plaque.
Look at the plaque and ask a person who is working in this Spacito museum.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably like harvesters that like know this stuff off the back of their hand, and just like one sage they asked to like write it down on plaques. And
if I drew like a face card, I would totally have made like a sage rival who's like, I fucking hate this.
Can you imagine it, guys? Can you imagine if like the seed bank is basically where all like quote unquote beginner sages get sent to, and all the sages.
Oh my god! You have to go do your freaking.
Like, all of them hate it with a passion. Like, whenever you go there at any given time, there's like a group of like a dozen like very young sages who just look like they're dead inside.
I feel
and
like
it's like the assignment that everyone avoids.
Yeah.
Like a residency.
There's a few harvesters. I feel like it's a mix between active harvesters who you frequently see going out farming or going further, and some like quote unquote people who are retired from actively harvesting, working in this like the seed bank and information like passing like roles in this building.
I bet sometimes scavengers bring stuff back.
Yeah,
They're like, is this one new? I found this.
I feel like I'm gonna put a pin in that and see if that can go to another building. But there's definitely some scavengers that are like, is this helpful? Because like people talk about it as a place to visit, and it's interesting and it's kind of big, and you only got a few seeds and a few plaques, but it's a large space and it's expecting to grow, and people want to throw their hat into the ring of like, oh, I found this seed that would, is able to grow in this specific
maybe
seed
they
bed.
bring it somewhere else first, but that's where it ends up if it is like a discovery.
Yeah. So the tale is like, oh, it's an interesting place and people go, and it's that spiral of people go to it and then they want to be involved with it. and then they want people to see their work, and then more people go to it. That's the tale. The scale is it's a kind of odd shaped building. It almost looks like a lobster net and a lobster cage kind of situation
Yes.
with some skylights. It's a very interesting shape.
Maybe it was a lobster cage.
Maybe it was. Maybe it's just like structured to represent a lobster cage kind of situation. And the bones, yeah, very spacey. There are stairs and ramps and such, but it does exercise the sort of free space that mermaids usually are able to travel along well. Lots of glass and lots of plaques, and I guess underneath is more of like, oh, this is where staff go and organize, and the scribes the sages are left to try and think of the wording of the limited plaques.
You have one person. You have like a harvester like info dumping about this type of plant, this seed, and then you have the sage who's there, just like, oh my god, how am I gonna put this all
on this one limited space? If I mess up, it's gonna be hard to.
I messed up. I have to discard this entire plaque.
Do you think every now and then, like, cause you know this is a community, and I've known a lot of people who would do this in a community. Every now and then, you have people who kind of like want to sneak in to Seed Archive and kind of like, you know, like just add a statue of themselves, or just like add a plaque of themselves, or like shift things around for shits and giggles. But there's like no need for security because there's always at least one sage there, and the sages are usually like so done.
The sage will beat your ass. You'll be shunned.
The sage will take their ruined plaques and smash it over your head. They have ruined plaques just as weapons. Because what else are they supposed to do with them?
You just throw it at like whoever's trying to mess up the scenes.
Honestly, I think they could probably become building material.
They could, like, roof shingles. Is that what they're called?
Shingles, or
that's something to put a pin in for like another building.
Yeah, that's. Alright, so that, including, when did we start?
Like half past.
We didn't start at 9, that's for sure.
Half past, we started doing the writing stuff. That was like the round.
Okay.
So half an hour
like
each round.
Half hour.
Including that, we were trying to find our bearings on a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd say, if one round is half an hour. Let's say one round is 15 minutes because we were kind of floundering since it was our first time.
I think we can still very easily get it like in the weeds, the seaweeds.
Mm-hmm.
Get lost in the sauce.
I think just as for the purpose of this calculation, let's do a half hour. Because I mean, once we started going, we were kind of like going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then once we have more information, we're gonna want to like link shit up more and talk about it.
Yeah.
So maybe 5 rounds total if we're.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I have nothing else to do today.
So 4 more rounds left. That was 1 out of 5.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Alright, it's time to flip a card. Ooh, that's a 7 of hearts.
7 of hearts?
7 of hearts. What was hearts again?
Heart. A social purpose.
Alright. Ha, hoo. Ha, hoo, ha, hoo. Ha, 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 hoo, hoo.
Social purpose.
I think I'm gonna choose this building right here. Did it show up on the map? Hold on.
I'm still typing, so I haven't had a chance
Alright,
to
I'll
look
take
at
a
it yet.
look.
But
Yes, it did. The one kind of above the hub.
Yeah. Thinking that, because none of us actually chose teachers, so there's that. I'm thinking this might, like, every like, I'd say biannually, like, I'd say twice a year. Twice a year, like, the sorcerers, like, the most skilled sorcerers in the civilization kind of hold an event. Like, if you've been in high school, you know when college scouts come to like your school and like you guys sit and like listen to them talk about their field of study and like their college, and you take notes, and like you attend to like see if this is something that like kind of appeals to you, etc., etc., etc.
Mm.
I think like this building is something for like that, like for specifically the sorcerers. I imagine like this is probably like the other classes probably do it too, but like the sorcerers
This
are
is the career fair building.
yeah, this is the career fair building basically. The
The
sorcerers
sorcerers like
use
run
it-
it.
yeah, the sorcerers just use it the most often because like magic is kind of an intricate part of the society, and like a lot of people, like a lot of like young mares are just like hee hoo, I want to try and cast magic without like really considering like what that entails, if that makes sense. So they end up like having to do this kind of like Q&A sessions like the most often. And yeah, that's basically how mares would describe it, as like the career fair building. It would like it began as something for the sorcerers only, and these days the other classes, like the other like the harvesters and the scavengers and the sages can also like use it if they wish. Appearance wise, it's just your basic building. It doesn't really look very special. It is large. I will give it that. It is large, and if you enter it, it's probably one of those circular halls like in a university, so everyone can clearly hear and clearly see and listen to the person like talking. There's like also like some like off rooms where you're provided like snacks and drinks while waiting for an exhibition to start, if that makes sense.
Mm.
And Boone, regardless of its appearance or reputation, what does it look like on the inside? Well, I just described that. With an 8, like it is like one of the more like it is an important building in the civilization, just because it helps prevent mares from feeling like they're drifting or confused or unsure about which career path they want to take. If more healthy, I sure would have loved for myself, but anyway.
Oh, I wasn't learning how to do sorcery.
I will wonder, like, every now and then, like, this happens really rarely, but imagine every now and then you have, like, two job classes, like, holding an exhibition on the same day, and it's kind of like that friendly rivalry that's, like, nearly teetering off the friendly, like, definition, where they're just, like, they just make it, like, a little competition to see who can, like, get the most mares interested in whatever.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Me.
Yeah. You know every time. You know when the scavengers are there because there is shit everywhere.
So much junk.
Usually you can tell which like class is like which class is holding like the thing in there, because like it always like the things inside the building or like the people gathered around the building are usually like different.
Like, I mean, like if you're kind of doing like, oh, you've got the sorcerers or the sages, they're probably kind of similar, at least outwardly. But like you know, you know it's Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Solid. It's me, right?
Yeah.
That's me.
Does that look good, Vamp?
Yeah, it looks good.
Drum roll, please. drumroll sound.
What?
Queen of fucking diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Diamonds are a financial purpose.
But it's a queen, so you get to describe a rifle, right?
Yeah, that's a 0 point influence rise, and there's also a rival
Yeah,
involved.
I gotta remember what that is because I have not looked very deeply into this yet. If you draw a face card on the back of your note, also describe a rival from another player's community who opposes that building's purpose.
So do you do it in addition to writing the previous one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So
then
I'm
we
still
have to pick
picking a building.
Another section.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Is that a building that's... So it's a financial building,
With
but
0
as far as the...
communities aware.
Okay. Well, that's not too hard, I imagine, given...
So wait, am I understanding this correctly? Of basically you describe what's like the first one of like what people say, what the structure is, and then you also describe a rival?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's my...
You describe how your rival tries to oppose the building's purpose.
Okay.
Well, let me do a little bit of talking so that I can think out loud. Do let me know if y'all have any suggestions.
Gotcha.
Right now, I'm thinking, because it has an influence of 0, right? That's...
Mm-hmm.
Which means it's only for the scavengers, pretty much, right?
Mm-hmm.
So... It's probably something like... Something that has to do with, like, the comings and goings of scavengers. If it's financial, I'm thinking maybe it's, like, the appraiser. Like, when they bring things back.
Okay.
Right? So you bring things back and they're like, okay, here's, you know, this is worth this much. Or, you know, maybe it's people who, like, do the initial, like, buying the thing, you know, to then, like, resell it type thing. Because no one else is going to be using that. I mean, I guess in theory, no, the rest of it happens in a different place, probably like a marketplace, like the actual reselling of things. So it's really just the scavengers, and I mean, I guess like appraisers for the scavengers would still qualify as scavengers, you know what I mean? And then, like, in the hypothetical, like, if we had, like, jewelers, maybe they're people that they'd be buying things. I'm just trying to, like,
is this like
think about it.
Just like super select like people going,
Yeah.
like it's not a general auction bigger thing. It's just like...
Well, no, I'm saying that's a separate building entirely.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And doesn't come into the building specifically that I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little shapes here. What's a good one? Something toward the edge. Probably one of the what if I just do like this one?
Okay.
Right? What if I just do that?
I mean, it makes sense because then it's close to the warehouse.
Yeah. That's a bad looking too. That'll do. So that's a lot of that is the bone of it, right?
Yeah, I don't have any scale part.
Okay, hang on. Anything else about tail that I want to think about here? I mean, yeah, no, not really, because again, it's just... Oh, that's one of the scavengers' buildings. I mean, and I guess, like, if you want to think about it like butterfly effect-wise, I guess it does have a bearing on the rest of the population, but, like, not directly, right? So, I think that's the way I'm thinking about it. Like, no one else goes there, so no one else is directly using it. I mean, I'm sure there's always a few weirdos, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. What does it look like? That's a great question. We didn't really pick a specific aesthetic.
Yeah, like I was gonna ask, like, is it sand? Is it like what? Well, that's
I think a lot of the
general building.
scavenger structures to me feel like they should be like scavenged like metal
Materials.
sheets and boards and
Hey, do you know what's
stuff
really
that's
good?
just-
Shipwrecked boats. They provide a lot of
Yes.
scavenger, like that's
yeah.
my vibe.
if they can, I mean, I don't know if they can get a whole boat, but definitely a lot of pieces and parts.
Yeah.
Like one of the like a door is like one of those boat propellers. What the hell are those called?
Oh,
It's like they cut one of the like blades off of it, and then now it's a door.
yeah.
Oh man, would they even have doors like on the floor?
They could have it like above. Like in that picture there's like a hole in the ceiling. But then like
Yeah, maybe
having
they
it
have
having it lower would be better again for like the ones who walk on the seabed.
Yeah. Maybe there's multiple entrances. That doesn't matter too much. Oh, remind me to come back to this because it's not going to be this building specifically, but if there's a building that's like has a big propeller on it that is like wind power, but it's water, the current power.
Oh.
Would be really cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'll put a pin in that, but I wanted to say it out loud because it's cool. So yeah, as far as the like scale, the appearance, I think it's kind of junky looking. Not in a bad way. Like it is a building and it's solid,
Functional.
but it's probably kind of a mismatch of like different material that makes it up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially because this is only the scavengers using it, so the appearance doesn't matter too much to like be like, oh yes, here we are a legitimate faction or whatever. Like, nah, they just kind of use it in there.
Yeah. Now you got to do the rival.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like, oh, see, now this is interesting because who's gonna oppose this? Who doesn't like this?
I think it might be a case of not that they don't like it. It's more like because like there can be unintentional like consequences to things people do.
Yeah.
Like
You mean that there's an unintentional consequence of the building or an unintentional consequence of this person?
an unintentional consequence of something another faction does. Like maybe they're not even trying to oppose it, but like it's an unintentional like consequence. Like you know, like the first thing I can think of off the top of my head is someone built a very like really good, ridiculously good hospital in an area with low income, and suddenly like everyone with high income areas like flock there and like push people like.
Okay, I had a funny thought that I don't know if I'm gonna actually like put down into like I don't know if I'm chipping it into the tablet yet, but
Okay.
what if there's like an HOA?
What?
And they're just like, yeah, this building's ugly.
Just a housing association.
What?
Just like I know what you mean now. Just like this ain't up. What the fuck is this?
This ain't up to code.
Yeah. Why is there like a
I
flag?
think that's definitely the funniest option right now.
Would it be any of our factions, or is it just
I don't know.
Who
What would be the closest faction to?
to HOA?
The sages? Question mark?
I mean, it could be the same. They're like, it's ugly and it's distracting us.
I look at my tower and I see that.
Hold on, guys. First consider all the other factions in the city hate it.
Well, it's got to be a specific person for this. It has to be an example of one person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, one is more vocal than the others, but like all of them like secretly really don't like it because it looks terrible.
I mean, I like that, but also I like the aesthetic of like a bunch of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
it's
a place that looks like a lobster cage. I don't know. I feel like that could get a pass. You know what I mean?
all right. For sages, I would say, I think it's more of just like how the building is set out, because the sages have to be really careful around their items, and they probably go to this place to get like slates and stuff that scavengers scavenge. And
Definitely like metal bits for chipping away at things would be something that they might bring back. I don't know if you would get that at like a wider market though. That's the kind of thing that I think that would get like at like I said, there's going to be a market eventually somewhere.
I think they're trying to buy like directly from the source, so they don't have to go to the market.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
And this building is just very bad for maneuvering around with holding like
it's cluttered as all hell.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it's cluttered as all hell. It's horrible to go in there.
Yeah, and they just hate going in there, but they need the supplies.
So as far as like Rival's reputation, is this the reputation among my particular group, or is it wider than that?
I think it's, in this case, it'd be like the sage's reputation among you in this building. If I'm reading this right.
The sage's the reputation of it's a person. It's just one person.
Yes.
So the specific sage, not the sages in general.
Yeah, that one person.
It's the same word.
Yeah. Just this one negotiator that keeps coming in, and
do we have like a Miriam yet? I feel like I want a Miriam.
I feel like that's good. That's a good name.
The reputation amongst the other scavengers is that she's a killjoy.
Oh my god.
She's not. They don't like hate her guts, but they're like, "Oh, Miriam's back." You know what I mean? They're like, "Okay, we gotta get this over with. We gotta do business with Miriam." Like she's no fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's fun to have a bunch of shit that you have to get through to, it's like every day it's different. It's like a fun maze that you walk through. Miriam's like, no, I hate it.
Please, I just want to get like writing utensils.
I think she's probably a little like curt about it, like in that way of like, I am a professional. I will not directly say anything about your operation.
But also, I'd prefer if this building didn't exist.
Her displeasure is known. Her displeasure is known. As far as appearance, I think she's also. I mean, I don't know what the sages look like in general. I'm imagining fairly simple clothing.
Oh, and let me show you a screenshot of what the sage.
I know the
Yeah.
image.
Yeah, I was
Maybe
imagining kind of like the image of sort of like the like half full-bodied animals, like minimal humanistic traits.
I mean, are they big?
Yeah, sort
That could be a reason. That could be a reason why she doesn't like the crowded place in here.
I mean, I would imagine
it's probably claustrophobic, especially if you're slightly on the larger side.
I mean, our scavenger's small. That's the thing, because like to be a good scavenger, like it would be great to have a smaller size that lets you get into things, right?
Scavengers probably have some of the more various, like, they probably have a lot of variety of different sizes, because you want people who are small to scout, and you want people who are big to bring things back. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I think harvesters are probably similar. You want someone fast to do, like, I don't know, the planting, but you need someone strong to, like, plow fields or whatever. Stuff like that. But I think as far as size-wise, the variation in the scavengers is, like, especially the most apparent.
Yeah.
Sage is big, generally.
Yeah.
I like that.
I imagine the sages being more of like the slow moving sort of. They gotta like sit and they gotta stand still for like hours and hours to do these like tablets, to memorize stories. They take things very slowly. And they're also.
I love this, the dichotomy, because the scavengers are all going to be like pretty quick, like darting around, doing things. There's a lot of movement in this place. There's a lot of like chatter and talking because people are like, "Oh, I'll give you this many shells for it." I don't know what they use. What's Miriam's true motivation?
She just wants to do her job, man.
Do her job, man. She's just trying to get in and get out as fast as possible.
God.
Like, it's the kind of thing where, like, she doesn't like it, she thinks it should be different, but she also does not have enough, like, connection to actually do anything about it. She's like, this place sucks. I hate this place.
I love a rival who just doesn't have any sway over the situation. Like, I have to fucking deal
No.
with this.
It's just, yeah, it's like she goes back and she talks shit to all the other sages. She's like, oh my god, did you know what they had in there this time? A buoy. An entire buoy. How did they get it in there? Like, why would they need a buoy? Who brought that back? I bet it was Clark.
Fucking is always Clark.
Shit, I was just trying to get a name, but yeah, I'm sure that there's... I bet Clark brought that one back, because it's the only person that I've seen there who's that crazy.
Yeah.
The water pressure alone, it's gonna burst through the ceiling like any minute, and I was so scared stuff was gonna like come raining down on me, but it's okay, I got the pen nibs.
I'm just sitting here.
Yeah. I also just thanks, Ma. You're giving brain ideas. I think Mira was chosen for this job because she's actually on the smaller side of the sages.
Yes!
Comparatively,
She's the only one who can fit in the building.
Oh.
Well, she's the only one who can maneuver through the building.
Yeah.
Everyone's could probably fit, but there would not be any... They couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. Now we're really going for it, because we have a character. We're like, oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I think that's everything, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tail, scale, and bone for the building, tail, scale, and bone for the rival.
There we go.
Lightheaded. I wasn't even laughing that hard, vibes.
Alright. I'm gonna fucking take a sip.
Yep.
Don't forget to hydrate in our water-based game. Don't drink salt water. It's very bad for you.
Yep.
It's
Thanks for the PSA.
That's the 6 of... Man, I'm getting a lot of past stuff, huh? Okay.
Well, it's only the second.
I mean, you are the sages. That makes sense.
Yeah, that does. Second round, me. That is the 6 of spades. 6 of spades. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to cut out a lot of my sections of me just typing.
You're totally good. You're the one who's taking notes. I mean, I'm not gonna be doing all the cutting. I think that's Liz, but I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're taking notes, so you're doing an invaluable service.
Let's see. What building do I want for a 6? I'm the sages. I think I can do this. This would be
Go
a
for it.
cool thing. for
Whatever
me
it
to
is, do it.
I'm going to take. Do I want to take one of those buildings or? Yeah, I think I want to take one of those buildings.
Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna take. These buildings over here.
Nice. In the cliff face.
In the cliff face. In the cliff
Nice.
face.
Nice.
Alright, so, this building, I'm gonna start out with bones because I like describing building first.
Yeah.
This building, in fact, most of the stuff is on the inside, because this is a history museum.
Oh shit.
Hey. Oh.
It's a history museum. Some of the more artistic sages and kind of frequent here. They do like etchings of major historical events onto the walls. Very like mapped out ahead of time. just so, like, you know, you don't mess up and then everything is ruined. I think it's been around, since it's a past purpose, it's been around for a while. Like, a long while. Mostly the sages have been doing upkeep on the building just to, like, keep it running, but anyone is, like, free to walk through. There's tour guides in the area that kind of, like, circle through the building, explaining what some of the murals mean. If whatever merfolk is there, like, reads it and just doesn't understand it. And I'm gonna write that down. It's been around for a while. Okay, scale. From the outside, I think there's a sign, but honestly not much more. I think it's fairly, like, simplistic on the outside.
It is interesting with it being carved into the cliff face compared to the other buildings, which are just structures built up from nothing, essentially.
Yeah. Tail. What do people think about this place? Well, it's a history museum. And let's see. I don't know, because, like, my thought process is just, yeah, this building's neat, and I don't really know how you would describe a history museum.
I mean, I think it depends on the factions as well. Like, different factions probably enjoy it and go there for different reasons.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put people enjoy going there, but some more than others. Like, if you're a child, walking through a history building is an absolute bore. But
if it's not like a fun museum,
I think it really depends on your tour guide, I think. I think it depends on your tour guide.
I will say, I bet the sorcerers love the museum. Or, like, gestures at the fucking sorcerers. Like, they'd love this shit. Like, you know when, like, the sorcerers are around, because there's just this, like, gaggle of, like, magic people all, like, chattering with each other as they swim through the museum.
They tried to put Miriam on museum duty one time, and they got so many cards in the suggestion box that day. It's like, take her off.
It's not even cards though. It's just like people whispering, like, "Listen, I can't."
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like people coming up to, like, other stuff. Like, "I'm sorry. Can I talk to you for a second?"
They have a box that's just like, you put in a green shell if you liked them, or a red shell if you didn't.
Pain.
I'm so sorry, Miriam.
Oh, confessionals! Wait, I need to feel the.
Okay, but how likely is it that the head sorcerer just, like, phoned the head, like, sage one day and it's like, alright, I know you put her on museum duty to, like, punish her or whatever, but all my sorcerers are complaining and it's really disrupting our work, so can you please...
You're punishing us more than you're punishing
Oh god. The council of sages all just being like, well, fuck, man, I guess so.
Well, I guess now she's on penib duty.
God, Miriam gets sent off into the seed archives.
Oh no! Miriam, what have you done to the surface?
Oh,
I don't know, maybe we'll find out.
No, I bet it's cause like she's like with like most tour guide sages like they at least try to make things sound interesting, and like it's not like you have a high hurdle to jump when the sorcerers are there, because they probably come to the museum so often they don't actually need a tour guide. But like Miriam somehow sucks the joy all out of it.
I'm sure that there's like a very specific piece of history that she like will info dump at you about. But like other than that, she makes everything sound boring.
Yeah. The sorcerer softly.
God.
I enjoy all these things, but somehow when I'm in her vicinity, I don't enjoy them anymore.
I feel so bad for Miriam.
It's hard being the only character we've established because now she's the only target for bullying.
Yes.
Okay, but
Okay.
God, this is Miriam's like villain backstory.
God.
Oh God. Wait. This is Toonkind. We never established what like subrace of Toonkind this is.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Or art style. We should do that. We should do that.
Could have more than one subrace.
Yeah.
We can make it up, baby. I mean, at the end of the day, they all fall under whatever umbrellas of the D&D sub races, but creatively, narratively wise, let's just fucking go to the wall.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything really.
Yeah.
The two things that I had,
honestly, it's probably a mix.
yeah, my brain was like, because the only ocean that we have is G-Side C? It's a joke on CGI.
The GIC.
The GIC. There we go. So they could be like CGI mermaids of varying like degrees of stylistic or realistic. We can also just go cartoon, normal Frank and Ollie 2D. SpongeBob did cross my mind, and that's what I'll say.
Y'all ever play like Freddy the Fish?
Wait. I'm. Oh my God, Freddy the Fish. I'm trying to.
Like Freddy Fish. I don't remember. I think his name was Freddy, right?
Right. Yes, I recognize this fucker.
Computer games.
I recognize this fucker.
There's a tiny piece of me that's like, just a dash of Freddy Fish in there.
I'm looking. I'm for that dash of this fish. I recognize those eyebrows. Look at it.
Yeah, there he is, my man. I played I think the one I had like a battleship game in it that I played a lot that I was no good at.
I'm trying to find one that has other NPCs in the scene. There's a dog. Okay, a dash of this if we're going the 2D route of varying degrees. But
There's different stuff. There's different.
Yeah,
places.
there's different stuff. But can I just say, whatever this dog head is, this dog head.
Oh, that's a dogfish.
I don't want it there at all. I want it gone.
It's a dogfish, the opposite of a catfish.
I want it gone. I do want
like the aesthetics of it, like the building, like shit. Like there's a little like weird TV. What are those donuts? There's some places that look like that. Is all I'm positing here. More the architecture than the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I left for like 2 seconds to like straighten something in the other room, and I come back and you all are talking about dogfish.
I don't like the dogfish. I'm just.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're the only one who can make this stop so that we start our next turn.
I've turned over my card. We are undecided of the style of this cartoon. We'll decide on it another time. I got a 5 of hearts. Hearts is social, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, I remembered something. Right. Tail scale bone. What do people say about this place? Appearance and inside function. Alright, let's look at this map. Social, huh? Oh, frick, I can do that idea. And it's a 5? Yep, okay. Okay.
As emoji?
Oh?
This building over here.
Hmm?
Petting zoo. Petting zoo.
Okay. Yes. You're right.
Like-
yes, correct.
Like the gatherers sometimes use other non-sentient fish creatures to help with like, you know, animals of birding, as well as, you know how there's like truffle dogs and truffle pigs that like sniff for truffle, like those kind of creatures.
Like dogfish?
I'm going
yeah.
to jump through this computer and you will
Now you
not
can't cut it out. Now you cannot cut that discussion out.
Hey Liz, look into the roll zone for look into the game zone for a moment for me, will you?
I'm looking at the game zone. I'm staring at the game zone. I
there we
can't
go.
believe you made them tolerable. There's dogfish here now.
I love it.
I love it. Oh, I can't believe you've done this. Cool. So, Tail. What do people say about this place? How would a non-player character describe it? A fun place for children to visit. Also sort of educational if you can spin it the right way, because the gatherers will tell you about the sort of functions of each animal and, you know, tell them their name and what they like to eat and stuff like that.
The harvesters?
The harvesters, I keep on. Yeah, here's the thing.
All good.
The harvesters had a different name when I was working on the images, and then it changed
I
at last.
see.
So my brain is just like, it's still in that mode.
No, it's all good. I just want to make sure we're still thinking about the same thing.
Yes. What's the next thing? It is scale, which is what does it look like on the outside? It's like it resembles like a normal house, a normal horse stable, sort of situation with like pens for each of the animals, accustomed to.
How would pens work in 3D space?
Mesh, like WWE in
Mesh.
Hell in a Cell, but there's a gate, so the animals can go in and out of the gate.
Lobster cage.
Lobster cage again. We're doing it twice. And also like a general like information building, also where they store the sort of resources for the said animals. In turn, what's it inside? Inside, it's like well kept enclosures, and there is a place where you can ask if you can go and pet the animals. And there's also I love these spaces in zoos where there's like a space where you go and sit kids down, and then somebody who works with the animals talks to you about the animals. Sometimes brings them out into that like internal space, and then just a place for working is it gatherers, harvesters. I need to internalize that. But yeah, that is
Makia.
yeah. That's it. I feel like that's worthy of a 5. It's not. I think it was a 5. My mind is leaking, and I feel like that's a good place to take a break for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
back
5,
in
10
a minute.
minutes?
Yee, 5
Yeah, something like that.
Alright, got it.
I will note for the recording, I am imagining all of the sages being like, kind of CGI realistic. So yeah, I'm gonna go do stuff now. Get owned. God, I'm just imagining like big fish for the sages now. Just like big fish,
Yeah.
big
Fish.
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 Okay, but consider sages have like catfish that just sit on their lap as they
Oh
ride.
my god.
Just makes
Oh.
things a little more tolerable.
You're
Blessed.
fucking right. They would be cat people. God.
God, the scavengers have dogs.
I mean, that's not completely out of the question, because, I mean, yeah, if you got dogs that sniff around for things.
Yeah. Miriam complaining about going to the scavengers. I can't even bring my catfish with me because of all this dogfish.
Catfish.
The catfish have little paw pads on the end of their fins. I don't know how that works, but shut up.
We'll make it work.
I'm imagining like, God, I don't know what the fish is. I know it's an Animal Crossing, but I don't know what the fish is. Do you know that like? No. There's a certain type of like really long like fish with like a
Oarfish?
oarfish.
Fucking all
Yes!
fishes.
Oh
I'm imagining like the curator of the museum is an oarfish, and like you can just see whoever they are just circling the museum grounds, and it's very obvious because like they're fucking big.
Long. Just long.
They're very long. If you ever need anything, you just you know where to find them.
I will say, in terms of pets, like the sorcerers probably don't have actual fish. Instead, they have pet axolotls.
Oh!
We just have pet axolotls because let's be honest, the sorcerers are probably the weirdest faction of the bunch, so they get a weird pet.
I don't know, man. Scavengers are pretty fucking weird.
True.
You gotta be a little bit crazy to be going out and like rooting around for shit.
Can you imagine though? Like, can you imagine if sorcerers and scavengers have a kind of oh that thingy you have? What if I experimented on it? Wouldn't that be like neat?
Oh,
And the scavengers
you're
are,
right.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and like
These are friends. These are two factions that are friends.
the sages and the harvesters are like, okay, good to know. We must never let more than one sorcerer and more than one scavenger interact at any given time.
We need to keep them away from each other and monitor them.
Just like, yo, check out this weird shit I found.
And it's just vibrating in a weird way.
They're friends because they both like weird fucking shit.
Sea pancakes. What the sea pancakes?
I may or may not be using that. Depends on how high an influence.
Oh shit!
Winky face.
Oh, like manta rays
I have metamentary. They're
or,
so
or skates, flat boys,
Flat boys.
sad boy.
pancakes.
Also, is our break
I
over?
got to pet one once.
Give me just a sec to look at something.
I got to pet a manta ray. It was the best experience of my life. They're very soft.
I always laugh whenever people like Obi who have never seen a manta ray in real life just assume they're like the size of regular rays, and I'm like, no, they really aren't. They really aren't, Obi. Yes, Umi
Hi.
can ride on one.
I'm back. Yes, I'm good to go.
Yes.
Alright.
What are big? What are the size of rays?
Obi thought manta rays were small. I know.
They
I know.
big.
I sent her photos and was like, they really aren't.
They can get so big. Oh my god, I love them.
You can ride them.
They're
You
fucking
can ride
majestic. Is the thing.
if you're small enough. We should probably continue before we get lost in the seaweeds again.
I.
Yeah.
What? Let me just.
I think it's your turn, Vamp.
That's a 6. Okay, a 6. So
Oh,
I.
right.
Alright, a 6.
It's the third round.
I have 2 ideas and I don't know which one to do.
Six,
Uh, Which one's better?
One of them's related to manta rays, the other one's related to flowers.
Mm.
Social purpose.
Oh yeah, what was the suit? Heart, right? What was hearts again?
Social.
Social purpose.
God damn, both of them fit for social purpose. I don't know which one to choose.
Well, we have a petting zoo already, and
Oh,
we have.
It's not something of a petting zoo.
Well, I'm just saying words. And we have like the seed bank and like the harvesters who do kind of some stuff with plants. Like I'm just saying like potential tie-ins if you want that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. So I'm just
Which is pretty. Yeah, there's other factions that are involved. So
I'm just gonna flip a D2.
sure.
If it's 1, I talk about the flowers, and if it's 2, I talk about the rays. It's 1. I'm talking about the flowers. All right, so let's look for. Which one was the seed archives again?
Yeah, I can't. The one near the center.
The first one, the one that has the little 1 on it.
Yeah.
It's hard to see a little bit if you're zoomed out.
Then I'm gonna claim this area then.
Oh, I see.
Ooh.
That's
building next door.
Thinking for social purposes that this is something of a flower garden. I don't know if any of you have gone to Singapore, but are you aware of the Marina Bay Sands gardens?
I am not.
Not
No.
specifically?
Yes, they're basically like I know handshake, we're both from Asia, of course we've both gone to Singapore. But like basically the Marina Bay Sands gardens are sort of a public garden with like flowers from all around the world. I do mean all around the world, by the way. There are rainforest sections, there are snowy sections, there are like tropical sections. And it's mostly like for tourism, because obviously you want to go and visit, but it's also a conservation effort. Like it's also there to help see how certain plants like grow in captivity, and to help like see how they interact with each other, how they interact with specific environments.
Like a really freaking cool botanical garden.
Yeah, it's a really cool botanical garden that serves two purposes: to raise awareness about tourism, and also like conservation efforts. We want to conserve like these plants, and I think specifically this is like the sorcerers like botanical gardens. Like they're basically, this garden is where they grow all their potion ingredients.
Nice.
Nice.
The garden is where they grow all their potion ingredients. So you have like the weirdest like plants there. You have like, these aren't plants that you'll be able to like really like use traditionally like for food or whatever. They're all very clearly magic, and they're all like very clearly like meant for potions, but they're all also very pretty to look at. The botanical gardens are like open to public, and anyone can go in and like look and read the little plaques that the sages probably supply. To understand more of what certain plants do and the role they play in society, and how endangered they are, and like how you can help conserve them. Architecture-wise, it's probably a lot like the actual Marina Bay Sands garden. Like, it's huge. Like, the botanical gardens are huge with the help of magic. Like, the inside is much bigger than what the outside looks like.
Huh.
So you've got like a lot of plants. So you've got like bridges like going over like the larger ones, so you get a better view. You've got like an artificial waterfall. You've got like sections that are like
A what fall?
I know, I'm aware we're underwater, but like I'm aware we're underwater, but there is also like I don't remember the term for it, but there is also like water underwater, so that works. And also they're
In the
mountains,
lagoon.
come on. Yeah. Like it's just very big and very pretty and like the regular citizens and even people from the other faction probably enjoy going here because it's like super peaceful and like super calm. There are just plants everywhere and it's like large, so you could go there like multiple times and still not see everything it has to offer. And every now and then during like certain events or something, like celebrations or festivals, like there are like certain flowers that haven't like showed up yet, like showing up. Like for example, like I don't know, during like the mermaids equivalent of Valentine's Day, like you get a lot of like genetically
Apple day.
yeah, you get a lot of genetically like magically enhanced like roses everywhere.
Oh.
So yeah. Botanical Gardens.
Oh, yeah.
And I placed it right next to the Seed Archives because they probably have some kind of they probably work together considering this is like partly like touristy and but mostly
Yeah.
like for conservation efforts.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense if they're connected.
And this place is probably like I'll like obviously everyone enjoys visiting, but I imagine harvesters enjoy visiting the most.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Especially with it being so close by, and
Ye-
also seeing the magically enhanced plants. Then like asking, have you developed a plant that can be grown in this way, or is it only, as long as the spell lasts on this specific sort of bunch?
Ye- I'm also
Cool.
imagining like this is like every now and then there is also like a section of the garden where all the sages who get punished by being put on seed archive duty just go and scream.
Can you excuse me for a second? Yelling.
There is a garden of like flowers that repeat what you say back to you. Yes,
Oh.
I know. If you recognize where the reference is from, shut up.
Okay.
And like every now and then, like after what is the equivalent to lunch break for these mermaids, every now and then if you go to that garden and you poke the flowers, like they all just scream back at you because this like one of the stages when they're like bend.
Oh my god, like that video with the little yelling snowman.
Yeah. All the flowers immediately
Good.
You're bullying my poor sages. How could you?
Sorry, Magic. Again, the only character we've made is the most bullyable character. They are sage. They're not all like that, I imagine, but like this one is like that.
I think the head of the botanical gardens is a mayor named boy, Healthy. I wish I could come up with fantasy names on the fly.
Look up fantasy
name
name generator and do
generator.
the first one it comes up with.
Okay, fantasy name generator time.
Just the first one. It does not matter if you think it's good or bad.
Alright, here we go. Fantasy name generator. Let's go.
I think they have a mermaid section on one of the websites.
They might, but if Vamp already pressed the go button, it's too late.
No, I'm looking for the go button. The go button just isn't there, which
Oh,
sucks.
is it just like the hub of it?
Alright, his name is Hamath.
Ooh.
Excellent.
How the hell do I spell that?
It's probably
Here.
I'm a
His name is Hamath, and he's one of those seahorses, one of those sea dragons that look like seaweed.
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he's one of those. I think he's leafy sea dragon.
Yeah.
Cool. I think
Very-
I'm gonna. Sorry.
Very like serious, very no nonsense guy. But unlike Miriam, he doesn't suck the joy out of everything around him. And he's sweet with the children, and he will genuinely like talk you through everything like in the gardens if you let him.
Good.
Also, I'm so sorry for bullying Miriam so much, Magic. I
No,
have
it's okay. It's funny.
Cool. I'm gonna go just because we got to start moving a little bit
Yeah.
faster here. Da-da. Oh, cool! Another character that will take double the time.
Oh
Jack
god.
of spades. So I have another financial purpose and another
That's a jack of
rival.
diamonds.
I
That's
can
that-
say words. My brain was like, oh, the pointy one.
Mm.
It's still a financial purpose. I had that part right. Jack
Yeah.
of diamonds. Sorry. Ooh. So another place that is only shit. It's another place that's only really used by the scavengers, right?
Yeah, it's just
I mean, you don't. Yeah.
That someone else doesn't like. Okay, another thing that could probably be mostly used by the scavengers, I'm gonna say, is sleeping quarters.
Hmm.
Not like everyone has to live in the same place, but like it's like I think for the scavengers specifically, it's easier if you live close to the edges of society. Let's see. I mean, should I stay in the area that I've been in? Maybe.
Hmm.
I think if I could do like this bunch of buildings or something like some of these,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? It can be a collection of buildings. Like just this is kind of this to me, maybe even like some of those. I don't know if I want to take like all of those. I don't know how big they are. It might be way too many, but yeah, right? Because that's something that like if that's really like a living space, or maybe it's like whichever scavengers are kind of on duty.
That they can
Right, so,
hold
like,
up there.
Sometimes they live for like their main house is sometimes further in, but if they're like coming up next on the rotation, they'll sleep there, so that they have all their stuff like prepped already, type thing.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have to lug it all through the city. Like their lockers are here, and they have like a you know what I mean.
Their
Their
equipment.
cubbies are here. Yeah, and it has the equipment in it and that stuff. Oh, let's see. Tail, what do people say about this place? How would a non-player character describe it? Great question.
Sure is a bunch of dormitories.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty, again, like, it's kind of out there, both literally and figuratively,
Mm.
as far as, like, that's where these kind of, like, fringe, weird people are. Like, I'm sure there's probably also people who, like, do stay there full time.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, if nothing else, has given the place a reputation as kind of like a weird, like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of a, oh, what's the word? Not a madhouse, but that's the best word I can come up with in this moment.
I was gonna say stigma? Oh, no?
Kind of, yeah. I think there is probably like at least an association.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, again, not all of the scavengers are like that, but the ones who are sure are loud about it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
The ones who live there are the types of ones that are like, yeah, let's go nuts. I've seen things you couldn't even imagine. Like, they're kind of the ones who I imagine explore more like the depths. Like, we have the other ones that have kind of explorers, like the scouts and the
hunters.
I think to an extent, like the hunters would probably be doing that too.
Mm.
But I think the scavengers are more like the like actual like explorers of the depths. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like scouts are looking at the surface, hunters are probably going to places where they know that there is like game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So the scavengers are the weirdos that like find shit. Like, hey, found another boat. Like,
Full boat.
you know,
What are you
found
gonna do,
another
repair it?
sunken vessel. They're like, yeah, it was in this like cavern or whatever. I'm getting farther away from what I'm supposed to be doing. Describe the structure's appearance. Because if I'm sticking with the rest of it, it probably is in a similar style. But these are like permanent. Like my brain was like, what if it's just like a bunch of tents? But no, because it's more permanent places. Brain, come on, brain, think so good.
Maybe it's like, for some reason I'm imagining like it's a smaller sized boat, but they just dragged an entire boat here.
Yeah, maybe they. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, they did.
Drag them.
That's what. You know what? That's why people talk about it.
This is a fucking boat.
Maybe it's not even all of the like living quarters are there, but that's where like maybe the more permanent people live in there. The crazy ones.
They have them all decked out more identifiably odd buildings.
Yeah.
Thank you. This shit
No,
again.
I do like that.
Good.
Yeah. So on the inside, it is. I mean, yeah. Then it's a ship. It's the insides of a ship, probably somewhat gutted and like stuff set up in different places. Like I don't know if there's like pipes or whatever. Those have probably been mostly removed just to make room. But then bringing in like furniture or
bedding.
I don't know what else. Some sorts of decorations. Yeah, well, furniture, bedding. Yeah.
My favorite skull that I found scavenging.
Yeah. There's probably people have their collections in there, their personal collections. Ooh, that's one to also put a tab in for later. Something about collections. So now it was a face card. So arrival. I gotta do arrival.
Miriam
I'm
again.
not touching the sages again. It's Miriam again. No.
Yes, of course.
Okay. See, the thing is, it's hard because this person like is not supposed to like this place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we've got.
If this is a living quarter, some things like some living quarters have is like a cook.
Fair.
God. Magic, please understand. The minute you said cook, Marcel like
Marcel, get out of here.
Sleeper agent awoken in Vamp's mind.
Him out of the window.
Out. His eyes are finally open. I pushed Marcel off screen. Okay, so just for that, I want to see if I can fit a harvester in here. I mean, shit, what would they do?
I mean,
why don't they like this place? Would they even interact? Probably not. This is hard.
Maybe a way that this is living quarters, right? Maybe there's a site right next to them or near them that has construction or whatever from the other faction, or the other factions are just loud.
That might, yeah, that could be fun.
Maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe it's like a training ground for, I don't know, sorcerers, and they're just like firing off a lot of spells and it's loud.
Well, what else would want to be? Does it have to be one of the factions that you guys have?
I'm trying to read the rules because I think it is, but yeah, another player's community.
Another player's community. Yeah, I just saw it. Okay, so this is hard.
I don't envy you for getting 2 face cards.
Yeah. That's
I know. I love making characters too. It's just hard to. Okay. This is a person. I'm gonna talk a little bit and then decide, I think, where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But maybe this is a person who has a relationship of some sort with someone who lives in this place.
All right.
If
Right? And they don't like this. They don't like that their insert relationship type here person is living in this place.
Question: is this person
Yes.
one of the more permanent residents, or are they like on the way to be more of a permanent resident, or have they just moved in and this person was instantly like, absolutely not?
I think it's more the second.
Okay.
I think that makes more sense to me.
Mm.
Hang on, I'm looking up mermaid name generators. Dylan.
Dylan.
God.
Dylan.
Oh
the fucking
God.
Five.
Do we have any Dylans?
I don't think
No,
we
I
do.
don't think so.
Dillon.
God.
Dillon.
Dylan.
God. Okay.
That's the first one on the list. It's a tried and true method of just looking up names and you just pick the first one.
Trident.
It'll grow on them. Wow. That was
Dylan.
really good. So what's an interesting character relationship to have? This is hard. This is really hard.
What would be Dylan's reputation?
Yeah, what's Dylan's reputation? I mean, his name is Dylan. I'm trying not to think about the fact that his name is Dylan. I
What
think.
faction are they a part of? What faction?
Yeah,
are they
that's
a
what
part
I'm also trying
of?
to
I'm
decide.
gonna go with that.
Again, I'm staying away from the sages, even though it would be so easy to just be like, yeah, sages are all killjoys. Actually, they suck. But still, I do that to you, Magic. I mean, where do the harvesters like work? Are there like specific like designated fields?
I was thinking about fields. Yeah, I haven't gotten like I do want to establish fields.
Probably like I don't know if it has to be in the city limits, but it like nearby so that it's like a known space, like protected probably.
Yeah,
to an extent. Because I think I could get away with Dylan being a harvester. Probably like in the realm of like kind of a like simple folk type deal, where like he does his thing.
I go to the fields I harvest.
Probably doesn't like to take.
I go to the fields I harvest. I do my duty.
I go to the field. I harvest. I do my duty. It's great. Whatever.
It's honest work, meme.
It's honest. Exactly. Yes. What does Dylan look like? God, it's so easy to just be like, okay, so imagine what you think a Dylan looks like.
Yeah, you can go for it.
I mean, I think Dylan is probably pretty strong, of course, like a farmer would be, like a harvester would be, right? From working, definitely some muscles.
Yeah, some muscles. Got those.
A muscle
But also,
farmer.
you gotta remember we're underwater, so everything would technically be lighter, as well.
But there's more water resistance, so it's harder to move.
It balances out. The one thing that made me realize is like, oh right, there's a different way of maintaining plant life because there's already water. You don't water. It's maintaining salt levels and if it's warm enough and
light levels.
If the soil is good enough, trying to get like going to places where creatures have died and taking the soil there and transferring it to the fields.
They probably use some of the animals that they have as
Mhm.
well. Damn,
Lewis
that's interesting.
not Lewis. Avi has put forth the suggestion of making crab mermaid.
Crab mermaids.
Crab mermaid
is
Dylan.
very fucking good. Yeah, Dylan's gonna be crab. That's as much as I need to say about the appearance.
You did it. A Dylan who is a crab.
Drunk crab. And I think Dylan has. Y'all have a preference on types of relationships?
No.
I don't have preferences, like either romantic
I
or
don't know, 'cause it
familial
could-
or
I
just
mean-
friendships, like any really.
Yeah. I mean, I could do. You know what? I could do a sibling. I think
Sibling?
that
Okay,
Dylan has
hold
a
on.
sibling, who is, like this is pretty like kind of like archetypical or whatever, but like the sibling who like Dylan is the one who stays close to home and stays safe. The other one, whose name is
Has to be something along the line of Dylan. That kind of Zack and Cody type name.
oh, Cole, you mean?
Fucking Cole! No, oh no! Oh no! Do it, but
How
no!
are we gonna spell Cole so that it's spelled differently?
Shit! I can't believe. I want everyone to know.
Spell it with the.
I want everyone to know that I stumbled into that blindly. Absolutely.
I saw my chance and I fucking took it. I was like, oh no, you're right.
Oh.
I can't believe this.
How do you spell Cole differently?
I don't know. Not like
With
the.
an H. With an H.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
with an H is good.
Yeah.
I don't want to spell it like.
Wait, shit, that just spells Chloe.
No, with a H. With no E though. No E.
COLH. Yes, no? Is that how you would do it?
I was gonna do COHL, but
Oh, yes. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking instead of
Yeah.
long letters.
I was gonna do COAL, which is fun because I named myself after a piece of coal. Yes, that's why I'm losing my mind, Vamp.
That's the joke.
I completely forgot about it.
We'll just say it out loud in the recording. The actors for Zack and Cody are named Cole and Dylan. But Dylan does not approve of Cole's like lifestyle that he's chosen. That's basically it. Probably wants his brother to come home and do farming with him, but Cole's not having it.
Yeah.
And we gotta move on because it's been.
We're going. At least we got.
What do we have, like a half hour on this one? I'll finish it up.
At least we got Cole
Yeah.
and Dylan now. God damn.
I think that's it. That's
What was
enough
the
right there. I get the
reputation?
brief.
What was the reputation?
Just like an honest person, good, like good folk
Good natured.
was kind of what I was going for. Yeah. The kind of thing where like does people a good turn, type shit.
Yeah, alright. And pink. There we go. Oh god,
Yeah.
now it's my round. Okay.
Woohoo! Do we want to just do 4 rounds? Because
I feel like that might have to be it.
that might have to be it. Because we are at. It's been time.
Time much is
Head
on.
of speed.
Oh,
Been
big
2
money.
and a half hours.
I've only gotten speeds! God damn.
Wrecked.
Big money, big
Destroyed.
money.
Oh god. I've only gotten spades. It's all past purposes. 10 of spades. 10 of spades. Past per. I mean, like, fuck any ideas I had, I can't. It's all past purposes. I don't. What do I do with these? What do I do with these? There's only so many museums I can put in this place.
What?
What about an abandoned building?
Yeah.
Or
But
no,
it's a 10.
no,
It's a 10.
it's a 10. Shit. It could still be
I
an
made
abandoned
a
building.
history museum.
A big
An
no.
abandoned building could be a reminder.
A monument?
Yeah, I could.
Well, yeah.
Like a monument for IDK, some kind of tragedy or war or whatever that happened, and like this
It could be
monument.
for a good thing as well, but
Yeah, it
I feel
could
like
be.
that's more. It's more influential if it's for a bad thing.
Yeah, like yeah, a monument for IDK lives lost in the disaster of there's etc.
It's a monument for all the tablets that broke in the Great Earthquake of '65.
Jesus Christ.
God, that would actually be a terrible thing though, because that would be the
Yes.
equivalent of the burning of the library of
Yes!
Alexandria.
Yes!
Yes.
Okay.
I'm spitballing. Y'all know.
Yeah, but it's a good idea, I think. That would be a fucking tragedy. I'm not even the sage, and I would cry.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Where do I want to put this? That's the real question. I really like that idea. I had another thing that crossed my mind, but that's a really
I should
good
stop
idea.
talking as soon as I have an idea and wait for you guys to come up with your own ideas. I feel bad.
No, I'm very no thoughts head empty. It's fine.
You'll know that you could be like, no, I don't like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
No, but I do like it. But I
okay.
do like it.
But I just want to make sure you guys know that everything I say is just suggestions because I like thinking about world building. I just realized, like, I think I've been like talking a lot.
Well, I
That's cool. I really like this building.
I don't
right
want to
here.
like overwhelm anyone else's ideas. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's cool.
Okay.
I really like this.
But let me know if y'all
Library.
think I'm doing that at any point.
we will, yeah.
I just get excited and forget to think.
World building fun.
World building.
I'm always choosing very small buildings and not very big buildings. But I like this building.
Magic, I was gonna suggest you got a fucking 10.
Do you want me to pick a bigger building?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I should probably pick a bigger building,
No,
honestly.
it's fine. Like it's your choice. And size doesn't always. And like,
Yes, that's
honestly,
true.
You can be influential and not be big in size.
They could have had a monarch, and now they don't have a monarch, and there's a castle.
I'm alright. So, this building is a ruined building. It has not been rebuilt or touched or anything, and it's very, very close to. I'm imagining it's in the middle of. Probably it's a commonly frequented area, and you walk by it, and it's never been rebuilt, but there has been some like base cleanup and reconstruction, but not a lot. It's an old building. There's still the remains of rubbled walls. God, the best way I can describe it is basically there's been like nobody touches this area. There's the only example I can think of is there's this one part of France that no one is allowed to like if there's like destruction happening in terms of warfare. It's been basically like protected. Nothing happens here. Like you don't destroy anything. Remember, that is one of the only things I remember. Very select few things about my France trip. That was one of them. But it was the library where they kept all of the information. It was more open to the public than the library space they have now, and it was a public library basically. I feel like this building, what it makes up for in like width, it would have it would have been very tall in height.
It was.
It was very tall in height, but it's now probably around 1-story wall, 1-story high tall walls. If you peek inside, there's broken bits of rubble and slates of stories that could never have been recovered, just because they're basically dust. You can get like a single letter, and there's nothing marking these slates to be different than any of the other slates. So it's just, sometimes you find like a paragraph in the rubble, but it doesn't make any sense in context.
Well, there is no context either.
There is no context. It's all been lost.
That's so sad, dude.
Yeah.
Alexa played those machines.
Fucking. I can't believe this building got towered
I have
babbled.
to make jokes.
No, it's fine. I was also sitting with a joke too.
God, I can't yell just like
babble. Ew. I was also thinking like, oh, and I'll take those little pieces of words or letters home and stick them on the fridge. Make poetry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, backup poetry real. Love to see it.
God. I feel like it's very discouraged to take things from that place, this place, but like you can definitely do it because no one's enforcing it.
Damn.
What are the stages gonna do? What are the stages gonna do? I do feel like there are like some of the older sages who are maybe alive when this library was thriving, because these are the bigger fish people.
Yeah.
They would live a long time, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you can find them like swirling around the ruins, going up in like a very like, not exactly they're going in a circular motion, but this building is that a, what shape is that? I know shapes.
What shape is that? It's an octagon, right?
Yeah, it's a very square-looking octagon.
Yeah.
But going in like that circle-ish shape, for an octagon, and kind of like pausing at sections that maybe they always took stories off of the shelf that used to be here, but that shelf is no longer there. And
that's so fucking sad, dude.
I'm sorry.
It's really good. No, it's really good. The world building is very good.
Yeah. So sometimes you can just see these like giant like fish people just kind of converge in this one area.
Drifting around.
Yeah. Alright.
Was it, so wait, hang on. Was it a quake or was it a sea hog?
I don't know. Liz?
Don't look at me. No comment.
Maybe they don't know.
God. Some of the older Mers may know, but they just don't say anything.
They don't talk about it.
In the area. Yeah, they just don't talk about it. Alright. How do people feel about this place? I
think we kind of covered it.
Yeah.
God, I have to type it though.
Oh shit, yeah.
I wasn't
Fuck.
typing.
I feel like you've covered everything with what you described, regarding what it looks like, how people regard it, and what it's like on the inside. I love the structure.
The way you was talking, it's so sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna comment on the game. Like, I like the question structures a lot. It's just that the order that you're supposed to say it in does not help with going from big to intricate.
But also, it has to rhyme though.
It has to rhyme. It has to be in that in that rhythm.
Yeah. Bow and tail and scale doesn't have the same ring.
That doesn't sell.
No.
This is the third round, right? Yeah, because you'll have
Yes.
3 round
Yes.
cards.
Because I did a 3. And we've changed it to 4 rounds, so
Yeah.
we can
Yeah, yeah.
actually finish the game.
I'd also like to apologize. I have to have at least one sad in each one of these fucking games, apparently.
I haven't.
It's
I
fine.
don't.
No, it's world building.
It's
Bad
just.
things happen.
I feel like I should put that on the angst ratings because I haven't been putting angst ratings on these games. Because I don't fucking know. Don't look at me. I'm not the one in
it's
control.
a world building game, so
Yeah.
it's a little hard to. Yeah.
I'd like.
Angst
could be
rating.
literally
Magic
anything.
must have at least one sad per session.
Angst rating magic. Well, no, because I did the sad thing
Last time.
in the last one that the 3 of us did. It was my plays that was sad.
Mock, do you remember one of the first actions I took on a major turn?
Yeah, but I did a sad one also.
I'm literally just sitting here,
I'm
guys.
sorry, man.
Me coming up with a neat botanical garden, hee hoo hoo hoo, magic slamming into us with like fucking.
It's good world building.
It is. But also, I do gotta mention that it is 11:30 and we should probably move on.
I'm sorry. You guys can move on while I'm typing. I'll
Okay.
catch up.
My mouse keeps on disappearing and I do not know why. It only appears on the screen that I'm actually recording this on, but nevertheless, cards. 2 of clubs.
Clubs.
That is a future
Yeah.
purpose because all the other ones have been passed. That is
I had a couple of social, a couple of financial.
yeah.
Oh, mine was supposed to be a fucking financial place, wasn't it? Too late now.
Too late now. Hey, it saves money for being closer to where you have to go back and forward.
Yep.
Let's go.
Nailed it. That's it.
Yep.
E-
Alright, so what is a 2 of worth, but it's also considered financial? That's just called investment. That's called a startup
yeah,
company.
Yours is future.
Yeah,
Yours is future.
yeah. Future, but is only 2 in.
I mean, it could be a financial future
Yeah,
if you
true.
really wanted to.
Oh, shoot. Okay. No, I'm scared to put it there because that's too close to where the incident is, and I feel I just planning stuff out. Okay, over here, a 2. I don't know what this piece of landscape is, but it concerns me. But do you know what it does? It generates heat. A lot of heat.
Oh, cool.
It's very warm over here, and the
Nice.
harvesters are trying to figure out why and how can we use this, because temperature is very important when it comes to farming. So tail is what people talk about it. Sure is weird. I don't quite remember when this happened, like how this landform became to be. I feel like the harvesters should leave it alone and get another, like, more equipped community, like maybe the sorcerers, to figure out what's going on here.
But they didn't.
But they didn't. The little, like, cross hatching things are like platforms that are raised up where people can put like boxes and basically like pots of plants nearby to see how it would react with the heat.
Dylan is the crab around the thermal vent.
Oh, Dylan. Oh no, you're gonna get cooked, buddy.
There's crabs that are adapted for that.
Oh really? Shit. Okay, you're one of those then.
Oh, it's really cool. Like deep underwater, there's like thermal vents, and there's crabs that like live near them. It's really cool.
Oh, sick. No, I'm glad Dylan is sort of involved with the situation. So there's like checking out if some plants can be used here, and you can see like patches of plants like surrounding this area, but also trying to chip away at this thing and
Nice.
see if it's still hot, if it's chipped away. what if people taking like little baskets of it and then like swimming away and seeing if it like affects, like, does it stop being warm? So
Well,
yeah,
does it?
I don't freaking know. It depends. I'm just setting up the situations.
No,
Um,
I know.
and like in turn, the inside, there's not really an inside, but there is like tents, and that's where people are like poking at stuff a bit more. But none of them are magic people. They just want to know if this is useful for farming or if this is something that they should get rid of.
Oh yeah, take it out. We don't need that.
Yeah, and yeah, it's 2 because it people know it has a use, but also why the fuck are they there?
Kind of a let sleeping dogs lie right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is farmers would have harvesters would have a interest in it given their using heat and stuff. That's very cool. I like how you did that.
Yeah, that is my turn.
Yes, that was very cool, Liz.
Thank you.
Didn't we say that this is gonna be our last round?
Yes.
Yes, because we changed it part way. Instead of doing 5, we're gonna do 4 because world building time.
I am genuinely like crossing all my fingers that I get a high number because I have a really cool idea, but
I have gotten 2 face cards, so
Mark, you have. I'm not gonna send.
Yes!
Brah.
9 of spades, which is past purpose.
Got a lot of past
very
purposes.
nice.
Alright, okay, I am going to think. Let me look at all this building.
Shit.
I've been getting really high numbers for the cards.
Yeah, I think you're on the way of taking the thing. The seat of power.
Don't give me power. I got too much responsibility.
I mean, you're not getting the power. The sorcerers are getting the power.
Mwah.
True.
I mean, that doesn't seem like unlikely.
I'm thinking, okay, alright, so this building, it's basically, so, you know how we never talked about currency so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, like, I'm thinking the civilization's currency is basically, at first glance, it's what you'd expect, like, coins, like, it just seems like normal gold pieces, but the gold pieces in the civilization are actually manufactured by the sorcerers. There's something, all of them kind of like contain like latent magic energy that the whole civilization used to run. Like if you want to say make potions, if you want to enchant your weapons, if you want to enchant your armor, if you want to like make magic items, if you want to like experiment with magic, like yes, the coins are like currency in the sense that you use them to buy stuff, but they are also like they actually do have a use. So it's not like in our case where money doesn't really have a use aside from the assigned worth. It legitimately has like it legitimately has use, like it's used for like a lot of stuff. It's used for like from like little things like making food taste just that tiniest bit better by expanding the magic within it and using the coin up, or like
Gamer style.
shush, or enhancing weapons or armor or whatnot, and it is like the currency for the civilization, and the only way to mint it is in this kind of like gold house.
Gold house.
If you guys get the reference to this, shut up. No, you don't.
So the gold is magic. Gold is magic, right?
Yeah, basically.
I love
The
it.
gold's basically dispense magic in gold form.
Me looking at this, I've seen this before. Totally won't end badly for us. Anyway,
No, never.
Yeah, and like there are always like a huge crew. There are always like a team of sorcerers at all times at the house to like make sure like the coins are getting minted.
Mm.
And obviously like that's how everyone that's how everyone treats the house. Like, oh, that's where our our currency gets minted. But aside from the sorcerers and other factions who may occasionally like go there for like work related reasons, no one's actually taken a look inside the house. So not many people know what it looks like inside. And obviously a lot of people are curious. You occasionally get them teenagers who like dare each other to sneak in.
Heists.
Yeah.
Heists.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they succeed? I think it, man. You're going into a house filled with like sorcerers who are probably all bored.
Nice.
And like building wise, it's like near the hub, and it's like one of the bigger buildings. It's extravagant, like what you'd expect from a place that basically prints your currency.
Oh, but they're a little show-offy about it.
Yeah, they are a little show-offy about it. The sorcerers are a little show-offy about it.
Sounds kind of like government building type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah, the way we're going makes sense.
yeah, and yeah, that's the sorcerers that's the sorcerer's golden house.
Cool. I don't want to rush you, but I think I am gonna go just because we're we have
Yeah,
technically 15 minutes. We're definitely gonna go over, but
yeah, I'm
get to the
done.
next
Don't
one.
worry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready for another face card?
No.
It's a 3 of hearts. Okay. Really thought it was gonna be another face card. 3 of hearts. Hearts are a social purpose. A 3 is middling, more for the scavengers than most other places. Damn, this is hard. I should probably have like a. See, this is hard because I really want to do a market, but that's not what this one is. I mean, I guess it's just theoretically there is one. Doesn't have to be. You know what I mean?
Labeled, yeah.
Oh shit! I just realized that I got so caught up in like the fact that the number wasn't 9. I've completely forgot that spades are supposed to be for past purposes.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Too late.
Do we?
We've already done it. I almost want to pick something more in the city because I just have these 3 kind of like
Yeah.
spots that are like outposts kind of on their own. So what's
Said social and free for the scavengers.
that's hard.
I'm still thinking of like a way if there can be a market with social because
But
like
it's only a 3. I mean, I guess it would be kind of a specialty zone.
yeah. And here's the thing. I just want to direct you to like here, this area in the center with these
Sure.
like squares.
Yeah, I see the squares. What are you thinking about with the squares?
Like I'm thinking more carnival than like carnival stalls
Okay,
than like
yeah,
market
okay.
stalls. But it's like a forever
Yeah,
market,
okay.
and part of the free is like, why are you tucked between all of these weird buildings? Like you're not near these like main roads. It's kind of could be like a carnival / science fair swing to it.
I mean, I guess the way that it would be less influential is just if it's a temporary installation,
That's
right?
fair.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's not a great lot.
yeah, No, what's the not just a carnival, the word, the like when there's weird shit,
Bizarre or like that kind of.
like a no, like a curiosity show.
Oh frick! Yeah, I don't know the specific name.
There's a word for it. There's a word for it, and I'm blanking.
Exhibition. No.
I don't know it either.
There's a freaking word for it. I'll remember partway through probably, but it could be something like that. Like a freak show, but not for other
Yeah.
creatures. That's also a word that's close to the word I want, but is not exactly it.
I just put down curio because
Yeah,
okay.
because so something like that. Maybe it's maybe it's kind of like an exhibition like that. And could also be like maybe there's like an auction.
Yes. Yes.
Right? It's like these are the really cool. Like this is beyond like materials or like basic,
The
things
magic
that you use for-
items that have fallen here.
Oh fuck, magic items.
This is where you
It's
start,
magic- Okay, yeah.
and
This
it's
is
not.
where you show off and then sell your magic items that you found.
Oh my god, yes.
It doesn't have to be magic items, but like that's definitely a draw
Yeah.
of it. And so I guess not everybody has a use for this stuff, and it's probably pretty expensive as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's only a 3 and not higher than that.
Yeah.
But it is run by the scavengers. And that's what they do there. What did I miss?
What does this place look like?
Yeah. What does it look like? Well, given it's a bunch of smaller buildings, I kind of want to almost say it's like stalls. Again, it's like a market, but this one isn't like the market. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Maybe the market is somewhere nearby. Maybe it's like one of these other buildings. It doesn't matter right now. But yeah, it's kind of like market stalls. It's probably pretty colorful. Of course, it's cluttered as anything, because it's scavengers, and that's kind of their whole
The whole
their
deal.
look. And there's like but spread out enough because sometimes people are showing off like, oh, here's what this thing does.
Mm.
Right, so that kind of thing. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, okay. I'm happy with that.
Alright. I gotta
That's
take
cool.
card. Gotta take card. I got another 10!
Jesus
10 of
Christ.
clubs. I got something different than a spade!
Wow!
You can think of the future.
Future purpose! Oh god. Future purpose. I've been so entrenched in the past, I've never thought about the future.
Mood? Hey, what? Mood? Okay. I don't know. I didn't think this far.
I didn't think this far. Future purpose. 10 clubs. Pink. Alright. Future purpose. I should choose a building. What are
Yes.
these funky buildings? Very, very neat, funky buildings. Very nice buildings.
Mhm.
I haven't. Why am I always like attached to these small buildings? God.
They're cool.
Like,
Just remember, this is an important foundational building.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb and claim a big building.
Do it.
Big building. It's gonna be right next to the library. This one. This very funky looking building that I don't know what it looks like. It's very nice. It's very nice looking.
Oh,
think
kind
it's
of
like
again
a-
toward the outskirts.
It kind of looks like a tower, to be honest. Like,
Tower 2! Tower
part-
3.
I appreciate the same architecture that the sages have been leaning towards, which have been towers.
There's the
They
one
just have
history
an
museum.
aesthetic. So you just have an aesthetic and they're sticking to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one's talked about the scavengers aesthetic, just gonna say. No,
Ah.
it's fine. It's totally good. Yeah.
I feel like this location, it's not I haven't chosen anything really near where a center of power is. What is this building for a future thing? I feel like this is sort of a hall,
Ooh.
basically, is the best way I can think of it. Like, it's sort of like the main. It's how do I describe this? How do words? Sages go here. Like, there's probably a draw to the populace to like come here to listen about like things that sages have got. Actually, no, scratch that. Different idea. Information hub.
Hell yeah.
People from out of the community can go here to like trade information with the sages. So like if whoever is in power or anything needs like information on a certain type of people, they have it.
Oh shit.
It's a more open-aired space. Welcome to really everyone who wants to like stop by, say hello, that sort of thing.
You don't gotta worry about weather.
Don't gotta worry about weather.
Or at least rain as a weather thing.
Yeah.
Precipitation.
Yeah. People can go here, talk about things. I think it's a more diplomatic area. It's not quite like the center of power, but if two people want to meet somewhere to be like, do trade agreements with out of town, like companies reestablishing like I don't know how to describe it, but basically like just like minor disputes that don't have to go to like the big people.
Small claims court.
Small claims court. They go here and you get information, and yeah, it's a little information hub, a little knowledge hub. Sometimes they like trade sages from different communities, like trade information, trade stories.
I thought you meant that they trade sages.
Trade sages.
Although that's probably something that does happen.
And like people go into different
Exchange
groups.
students.
Yeah.
Because not all of these stories are like put on slates. Some of them are just memorized. So sometimes you need like a certain person who has a certain story memorized. Because it's not written down anywhere. We're working on it. It just takes us a really fucking long time. Yeah. All right. All right. So I should actually go over the actual questions. Tail. How do people feel about this place? Pretty nice place. Compared to some of the other places, it's pretty welcoming. You can come in. Good information here. Scale. What does it look like? Outdoor.
They only really need a roof for like tides and currents and light.
Yeah. Sort of areas. God, I'm imagining this is some sort of due to like the more like tower. It. I just accidentally drew a line instead of pressing buttons. Okay, this is fine. Outdoors. I'm very good at words right now. Don't worry about me.
You're good. You're totally great. What were you trying to describe?
Scale, what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean it's outdoors. It's big. You said that it's a tower. I think that kind of covers the
Tower-like.
brief. That meets the brief.
Does have indoor areas, like more cavernous looking. Tower like bones. Good place to get info. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yay, that was fun.
It is still Lizz's turn before we decide
Liz has
what
one.
the power is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, it is fun.
Yeah.
It's good.
Full of what is that? Clubs?
Spades.
Spades. And that is.
Man, this is we're getting a lot of spades.
Yeah. This is past purpose, right?
If we were like doing this in person and had all the time in the world, I would love to keep doing this.
Just keep on going and fill out the map.
Good.
Where is a?
I mean, you could just name the civilization, like, puts a lot of, like, stock and, like, attention to history.
The history is important to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yee.
Yeah.
I am going to highlight this. Let me use an actual pen because this is a weird shape at an angle. I am going to highlight this one.
Possibly because it's so hard to keep the history.
Yeah. This one in the top corner.
I see.
Tail. What do people say about this place? Well, they gave it a good shot. That other place on the other side, what the sages have done, it definitely serves a better job. But it's important. We sure did it, cause this place was an attempt to help with folks who are not mer people visit the town. Initially it was used for helping trade foods that the gatherers, or was it harvesters, couldn't harvest and grow for this town. And so there was trades done with like sailors that like stopped in the middle of the ocean to trade with these merfolk. And then the merfolk was like, why don't you just come down with us? I'm sure we can get some of the
Yeah, there's not any like myths or warnings to sailors about that kind of thing.
Don't worry about it. I have this here necklace that you can get, and you can come down here and we can do some trade down here, and you can see around and see what does work. I told you, stop bringing us fucking bread. It just disintegrates when we drag it down.
Someday I'll be able to eat cotton candy.
Oh, that video of cotton candy just hitting the water. And so there was like an attempt of a train station, like railway system here. You can see the architecture be a lot more reminiscent of stuff. Like you'd see above ground attempts to use like stone and wood into making houses and platforms and stuff.
Land dwellers. We're getting landies down here.
We're getting some fucking landies down here. That's what outside looks like, but inside, again, trying to accustom for people who don't swim as much and only have 2 legs most of the time and can't usually breathe underwater. It's kind of desolate, and it's both like some stuff is in disrepair and some stuff are being moved to where the Sage's sort of open air information hub is. It's sort of abandoned, sort of in like question of like what should this be now. And there's still some information records like here, so some people do have to come up here to get some lodgings about trades that were made and certain groups that came down here that were able to be like catalogued. A lot of it is very symbol based because they couldn't like write out what the information is because it would take up a lot of the slates. So you would have to do a bit of referring and asking other harvesters like what does this mean? I feel like there's a place that nobody shows you when incident happened. Do not worry about it. But there is a reason why surface dwellers don't come to this place anymore.
Hey, I'm worrying about it.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm worrying about
Sometimes
it.
magic doesn't go well, especially when you're not versed in it.
Oh, I was
F.
like, me? What did I do?
Are you saying they didn't ask for the sorcerer's help?
I'm saying that they tried to do something funky even after they asked for the sorcerer's help. And they said, I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure we can ad hoc these.
Listen, they didn't account for the extra legs that they had to deal with.
It didn't account for how powerful these magics are and how much people really need to breathe air.
The sorcerers, alright, we're leaving you guys with these enchantments. Don't fuck around with it and it should be fine. The harvesters
Could have also made a mistake. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's.
I know. No, I'm channeling the sorcerers right now. Like, they probably don't want to like even consider the fact that they could have also made a mistake.
I know. And then they get back to the their underwater car, and they're like, Jerry, isn't this the one we were supposed to give them? Isn't this the amulet that we were supposed to give them? What? No. That's
a
my
coin.
mother's amulet.
Who knows? Who knows who was in the wrong?
Totally different amulet.
Probably the sages, but I don't think the sages want to get between this.
Mm-mm.
The sorcerers and the harvesters. Sages, who was in the wrong? The sage just sweating and like swimming away.
Don't worry about it. It exists now. And with that...
The gif with the guy and he does like a peace sign. And
yeah, it's just gone! Oh, that's a wonderful way to end this game. But we do need to count the cards. Even though I think I know who has the most points. Oh shit, counting.
Ain't me.
2 tens.
Hold on, I'm doing counting. I'm doing my bookwork. Doing bookwork. I got this. Don't worry about it.
I think I have 30 something. Hold on.
7, 0, 6. Where's Liz? Go, Liz. 5.
Actually.
Vamp. 6. I didn't put who this was for. I think it's Mock because it's Mock.
It's a 6. It's for me.
I am counting all of them.
I've spread the cards out on the thing.
Yeah.
If you,
Oh. You know,
wanna
that
see.
would be like more helpful than how I was doing it.
8 plus
They're there.
9 plus 6 plus 7.
1 plus 10 plus
Vamp has 30.
6. 27.
Alright, I'm counting Lizz right now.
I think I got 19.
It's Lizz.
Yeah, that's what I got. 19.
That's
So Liz.
is that it?
Where did you get the 10 from, Finn?
Yeah, the 10
The
is
first- Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be 4. Yeah, it'd be 19.
yeah.
I misread that. Yeah, 19.
I can't believe you got a 6, Mock.
Just
Don't worry about it.
whoa.
I got a 6, and these 3 wonderful characters that I have crafted.
Whoa, NPC be on you. At the final turn, each player adds up the cards they've drawn over the course of the game. The player faction with the highest total has the most sway in the community and is given control of the seat of power. They get to describe the seat of power with their faction in mind. So that is the sorcerers.
Makes sense.
God. Are you sure you want to give power to the fucking sorcerer?
Let's fuck around and
This
find
checks
out.
Alright, this checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
this
already control our money. So, like, go ahead and describe seat of power. I want to see.
Oh, do I just follow the same scale and bone and tail?
Yeah.
Wow, I sure wish I had known that. I would have waited to mention the golden house until now.
Well, it's probably maybe it's connected to.
Thinking that honestly, I'm thinking the seat of power might be. Hold on. Where did I write that down? I know I wrote down
It's
possible ideas in
that big building in the middle.
Yeah, I know that. I mean more I did write down possible ideas.
I mean, my
for,
brain went to council chamber.
Ooh.
Or
Oh, it could actually be. The seat of power could actually be something of yeah, it could be something of a council where all important decisions are made. And I am thinking obviously the sorcerers do have most sway because again they literally mint the currency / magic that's keeping the civilization running. But the council probably has mayors from all factions. Yeah, and it's where
overseen by the sorcerers, of course.
of course, and it's basically constructed in a way that if someone that no one person has the most power, even the sorcerers are kind of kept in check by the other sorcerers.
Mm-hmm.
So if one person goes bad, there is still fail safes and it will be the root of the corruption will be rooted out. Of course that there is kind of a risk there because if all the sorcerers somehow go bad, then
Whoops.
But it's fine. It's fine. Surely that will never become relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Staring at the only media source right now that I know that has this.
And the council building, and aside from being a general council room, the council building is also where I think citizens go to file concerns or complaints or requests. Basically your standard government building. Wow, a lot of the sorcerer buildings are government buildings.
Yeah, okay.
And I did not
got nice and forgot
this.
I know, but it's real good though.
That's the majority of the seat of power. There is a smaller section which is basically more religious, because again sorcerers there is the seat of power basically have a lot of little buildings in one huge complex. The biggest one is the council room. There are there's a smaller religious buildings where people go to worship or confess their sins or whatever. There's a smaller archives where they just where like the highest like most well respected sages go and like transcribe like council meetings or whatever.
Mm.
And like and there's like an area where magic items and whatever are like stored if they're deemed too dangerous or too volatile to be sold to the public, like, and etc. etc. It's just like a huge complex with like multiple different buildings.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm imagining
I'm
like
just thinking.
Oh, go.
Oh no, I was gonna say Vamp could have done a wild heel turn and been like, yeah, so this is where the sorcerers rule with an iron fist.
I could have, but I didn't. I could have. I didn't wanna. I just wanted to like like a system that is inherently flawed, but like it's not like the.
No, I know. I was just like,
themselves are,
anyway, these sorcerers have been evil. Actually,
Surprise.
They were
I'm just like,
evil
it would have been
the
funny.
entire time.
I could have done that, I could have done that, and like.
I
the
like
thing
this.
Is, like, no one would have been able to say anything because they control the source of money.
Yes.
But I like this. It
Maybe
could
they
it
did
could
give
break
them the
bad.
wrong amulet.
Fucking god damn it. it could
But
break
yeah,
that, but they're
maybe
in
there's some
check.
stuff going on under the surface, but
Yeah, basically, like, what I'm thinking is, like, this is a flawed system, and yes, there is corruption, but it's not, like, something that you can, like, pin all the sorcerers on, because, like, the majority of them are genuinely, like, people just excited about their magic. A little, like, stoic or no-nonsense, or a little, like, show booty, or a little, like, holier than thou, but, like, genuinely people who just want to, like, advance, like, the civilization,
yeah.
and, like, keep things running. It's just that small subsection of people who let the power get into their heads.
There's definitely like a conspiracy theorist who's like, no, they did the amulet on purpose. They switched them.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
My cousin said that he was friends with someone who worked there who saw it happen.
Incredible.
Who knows? Who knows? Not us. Unfortunately, time has run out, so we can't like deliberate further on whether or not like something darker is brewing.
No, it's fine.
We can imagine it.
This place
There's
exists.
as many possibilities as there are people, and there's a lot of people.
God, if only we had more time and this was in person, I would have loved to just work through the entire map or the entire deck of playing cards.
Oh yeah, no, that would be great. But also, I think this is good. I think this is a good like chunk of time. It did make us move forward, so that's good.
I hope you guys all had fun listening. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you guys for playing. It's been very fun. I like this.
It's a very fun game. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
Bye.
All right. Bye.